The White House firing back when pressed on Joe Biden's vow to protect abortion rights after the Supreme Court upholds the Texas heartbeat bill.
Why does the president support abortion when his own Catholic faith teaches abortion is morally wrong?
Well, he believes that it's a woman's right, it's a woman's body, and it's her choice.
Why does the president, who does he believe then should look out for the unborn child?
I know you've never faced those choices, nor have you ever been pregnant, but for women out there who have faced those choices, this is an incredibly difficult thing. The president believes their rights should be respected.
So outnumbered co-host and former White House press secretary Kayleigh McEnany is here to react. You used to stand behind that podium, Kayleigh, and when you get tough questions, would that be your response? I mean, he has a valid question. He works for a Catholic network, and he's asking the question that many Catholics want to know.
Was a great question, which is why Jen Psaki crumbled under pressure on the follow-up and engaged in an ad hominem attack because she did not have an adequate response, so her response was snark. I thought that dismissive comment about his gender, making it personal against him, to me did not meet the moment. Ainsley, since Roe was passed, 62 million babies have been killed in this country. That is nearly a fifth of the United States population as it currently stands. That's not a moment for snark. It's not a moment for dismissiveness. It's a moment where you owe the American people a real substantive answer as to where the president stands. But I'm not surprised, Ainsley, because previously Jen Psaki was asked, at 15 weeks, does the White House consider a baby at 15 weeks? And she would not say that that is a baby. We know at 15 weeks a baby has a heartbeat. Its eyes can detect light. The baby's eyes can. It has arms and legs. It can move around. It can make facial expressions. At 15 weeks, a baby is a baby, but the White House would not even confirm that when asked.
AOC says Republicans promised to overturn Roe versus Wade, and they did. And now you have progressives that are saying they want to pack the court, expand the court. You have Congressman Jones from New York, Democrat. He says he wants to add 4 more justices. Do you think they'll do that?
No, I don't think they will, but I don't put anything past the left. I mean, President Biden once called this a boneheaded idea. He said it was autocratic even when FDR tried to do it. But we know Biden doesn't stay true to his words, so it's certainly a possibility. It would be a huge radical step. But look, the court really does need to take a look at their precedent here. Roe was a badly decided decision. It had no constitutional grounding. Even Justice Ginsburg criticized the opinion. Even Lawrence Tribe, a liberal scholar, has criticized Roe v. Wade. They made up a right out of wholesale cloth, as Justice Thomas said in the 14th Amendment. But the irony, Ainsley, is that the 14th Amendment guarantees the right to life. Any person has the right to life. That would include a baby.
So Joe Biden says this was extreme, what happened in Texas. It violates Roe versus Wade, and he's going to launch a whole of government response. What does that mean?
I don't know exactly what that means. I assume that means his attempt at packing the court, which I don't think will go well for him. Voters stand fervently against it. We've seen his respect for the court before, and it's non-existent because on eviction moratoriums, on the Mexico policy under President Trump, remain in Mexico, he's just flouted the law where it suits him, and he's been overturned by the courts on each and every one of these issues. So he may try to, again, engage in judicial interventionism, but I don't think it will go well for him, just as the evictions moratorium did.
Yeah, they would have to abolish the filibuster to bypass the 60-vote threshold. We'll see. Thank you so much, Kayleigh, for being on with us. Have a great weekend.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.